Chubb on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And the Bills are going to tie the game at 3.
Ties the game at 3-3.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Henry, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 3-3.
They're going to try the jet sweep. Robinson with it. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
44-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Henry's got it out on the left side. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Derrick Henry.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hamilton on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
Here's Hurts to throw.
Bills 14-yard line.
Throw left side complete. That's Henry. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
Bills 3.
So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, Cousins completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now Sterling Hoffrichter set to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. An update now from down in Houston. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Titan. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Derrick Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
To Derrick Henry. He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Hurts. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
And 9 at the 16-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
Cousins from the gun on third. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Rolling to his right. Now Hurts fumbles it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Cousins. And this one quickly to Lamb. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the red zone now, Cousins. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd.
They'll throw again. Cousins. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Again, it's Cousins. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Will Fuller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills have retaken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This is taken just shy of the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. The Colts trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we'll skip over to Louisiana to check on the Saints at home in New Orleans. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Corey Davis, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. Damian Harris with a touchdown run. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
The Titans take over first and 10. At their own.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
That's good.
A big play that time for the Titans. 41 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Going jet sweep, here's Campbell. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking and the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
It'll be Hurts on the option. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6. Is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. James Lynch. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, they brought the lead into this third quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring, because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
From the return, the Titans take over.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now. Out in front here, they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Carrier. Josie Jewell on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 40.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A 1st down carry for Henry, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
They go play action with Hurts. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And again, it's Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first down throw for Cousins. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield.
Cousins pass.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. This is the tight end, Fant. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Quick slant there gets him the first down. 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
Offense.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Cousins again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
On for the field goal, a 35-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th.
Ties the game, 13-all.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. They begin with Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Again, it's Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
That's taken on the 25. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills going to take over again on offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
They run it again with Chubb. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
The tackle by Kenneth Murray. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
And throwing is Cousins. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Play action now. Cousins. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Cousins pass.
The end result, 21 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. On the carry, it's Chubb. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This for the lead in the final stages. Myers' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Titans 13.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So now the Titans down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
He'll look to throw. On the move, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense. Complete. Jefferson the target. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a Titans first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Being chased out left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is indeed good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
16.
So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. The situation is simple. It is sudden death from here on out. We had 2 stops defensively. The next score, whatever it is, wins this game.
I can't wait to see how the defense decides to play this, because knowing that the next point you give up, lose the game for you, I expect them to be more aggressive. Not just play a normal situational defense, but go after them, attack them a little bit, because otherwise the offense is just trying to find their way to get downfield and kick a field goal. Don't sit back and wait for them to make their plays. I think the defense needs to go after them.
Charles Davis says maybe they go aggressive.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Third and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
The Bills send the punter out. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT.
Touchdown, Titans.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Tennessee, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.